parish church of Our Lady of Mount Carmel in the city of Malolos, Bulacan, commonly known as Barasoain Church, is regarded as one of the most significant religious structures in Philippine history. And the fact remains that this modest church and convent have been the site of major historical events that have shaped our nation. So now, let us discover how the parish stood for the test of time through the years, becoming a silent witness to the events that occurred within and outside its walls. Barasoain Church began as a chapel built by Augustinian missionaries in 1859, with Father Fray F. Ariola as the first parish priest. A year after, the church made of nipa and bamboo was made in the site that will become the present-day Church's Plaza. They started raising funds for the construction of a simple stone church and convent until it was completely built in 1871. In the same year, when Father Emetrio Ropera succeeded Father Ariola, one of the existing church bells, bearing the year 1870, was given by the town of Malolos and was dedicated to Our Lady of Mount Carmel. In 1880, a strong earthquake caused the bell tower and the roof to collapse but was later replaced. Unfortunately, 4 years later, a large fire that started in Liang destroyed the church for the second time. In 1885, the present church made of concrete stone and adobe from Maykawayan was constructed under the supervision of Father Juan Giron with Miguel Magpayo as the lead constructor for the project. The bell tower and the convent were later on rebuilt and repaired in 1889. The most colorful period in the church's history came during the outbreak of the Philippine Revolution and the coming of American colonizers. It was during this time that General Emilio Aguinaldo established the first Philippine Republic. In 1898, Universidad Científico-Literaria de Filipinas, or the University of Literature and Science, the first state university in the country, was transferred to the convent. In the same year, the Congress of the Early Republic convened in Barasoain Church and soon drafted its constitution and was ratified in 1899 that led to the formal inauguration of the first Philippine Republic on the 23rd of January. As time passed by, built heritage in the Philippines adapted to change. In 1973, Barasoain Church was proclaimed as a national shrine by former President Ferdinand Marcos through the virtue of Presidential Decree No. 260, and a museum managed by the National Historical Commission of the Philippines was opened in the convent. 16 years later, Monsignor Moises Andrade, the then parish priest, removed the wooden retablo made in the past and left exposed the original stone columns and the walls of the altar that showed its original Baroque design. The restoration was completed on June 30, 1998, a milestone coinciding with the centennial celebration of the inauguration of the Republic and the oath-taking ceremony of President Emilio Aguinaldo as the first president. The church has become a Malolos City symbolic landmark. Around the church, one can find public schools, banks, computer centers, shops, subdivisions, hospitals, and roads that connect the city of Manila and other nearby towns. In spite of modernization, the city still possesses the beauty of what was once a town that was established in this particular area. In the parish, church and civic organizations remain active in keeping the strong foundation of faith that is being passed from generation to generation. The organizations are also active in keeping the historical and political heritage of Malolos, particularly Barasoain, a venue to honor our faith for democracy to prevail, and the first step to our ultimate dream of a Philippine Republic. When everything's already in place for the next normal, hopefully, we will be able to witness our santuario ng kasarinlan ourselves.